A prison system close to breaking point. Ministers scrambling for cell space they don't have. Sound familiar? But this time we're talking about Sweden, and their solution isn't releasing prisoners early, but exporting them to another country. Cue Estonia, where the Swedish flag now flies outside this prison. A country of just 1.3 million people, where they have exactly the opposite problem to Sweden and the UK. Too few prisoners to fill their jails.
Sorry, I haven't played for 20 or 30 years.
Tartu Prison's new governor has given us access inside as they ready themselves for hundreds of Swedish inmates. World exclusive.
Yeah, this was exclusive.
We have made plans for so long, so we just want to meet the first inmate and to be the best at our work. This is a personnel, they are already waiting and prepared for the first inmate, but they are quite shy right now.
So these are the cells?
Yeah.
The governor wanted to show us some of the upgrades they've been making.
Different is that they right now have these curtains on the windows, but this is something that I'm sure in Estonian inmate cells is going to be sooner or later because it's just practical. But when, I can't say. For Swedish inmates, the Swedes are paying, so.
The deal for up to 600 Swedish inmates is worth 60 million euros, but will potentially save Sweden 3,000 euros per inmate per month.
The deal to receive Swedish prisoners was only ratified 2 months ago, and since then it's been all hands on deck, relocating the Estonian prisoners so that they can't mix, adapting the cells to Swedish standards. There's been a huge recruitment drive, training those staff, and now they're almost ready. The uniforms for the Swedish prisoners have arrived from Sweden, and what they're waiting for is the actual inmates, and that part is imminent.
But here's where things get interesting. British prisoners could have been filling these places instead. A few years ago, the Conservative government was also exploring renting prison space in Estonia, but Labour dropped the idea and Sweden got the deal. Something Andy Burnham might now be lamenting, as he has few options available to him but to release some serious offenders early to the outrage of victims.
In principle, say 12 months down the line, this is working successfully. If you still have excess prison space, could you foresee another deal happening with another country?
No. I see that we might be needing those places maybe after some years.
So Britain has missed the boat, we've lost our chance.
Yes, they were too late.
I understand.
It's a sentiment reiterated by Estonia's Justice Minister, who confirmed she met with her then British counterpart Shabana Mahmood in 2024 to discuss moving prisoners to Estonian jails.
There was a lot of interest in the beginning, but then the government made a decision not to go on with the rental agreement.
So is it fair to say that had those conversations continued, it might have been British prisoners arriving in the next few weeks?
I think if these conversations would have gone on, the British prisoners would already be in Estonia. It takes quite a short time actually to agree if you have like-minded countries.
And the reason they gave you was financial, for not continuing the conversation?
I think it's better when your own minister explains it.
And what do you make of the conversations happening in the UK right now? Obviously, we still have the same issues that we had a few years ago with overcrowding. Nigel Farage says that they would explore sending foreign prisoners to Estonia. Is that a conversation you'd be willing to have?
No, not. Again, I have to say that Mr. Nigel Farage doesn't understand the concept at all. So I will not be improving his understanding now here. It would take like a lecture.
But the government here is in a fragile state. Two-party defections this week means the coalition has lost its majority and are expected to be voted out in next year's election.
We will get this deal cancelled as soon as possible.
The nationalist anti-immigration Fatherland Party is expected to win power and has vowed to scrap the deal.
Well, almost too good to be true, right? Free money. Well, I think Estonia shouldn't become Sweden's dumping ground for issues that they no longer want to deal with at home. I think the people are against it because their safety and their well-being is not for sale. It is as simple as that.
But why is their safety and well-being at risk? That's what I can't understand. These people are imprisoned.
Yeah, but
Are you saying that Estonia's prisoners aren't safe?
No, Estonian prisons are incredibly safe, but it can lead to parallel community. We've seen this everywhere in the world, because if the prisoners were to be released, they can start working against Estonia, looting the streets of Estonia.
Isn't this just scaremongering ahead of an election next year?
No, absolutely not. I think in a democracy, governments should listen to the wants and needs of the people, and currently it hasn't been done.
But the government has pushed back, saying they can terminate the agreement if there were any threats to security and that the deal has secured jobs. Those working at the prison go further, suggesting the cross-country cooperation could change the whole approach to prisons there.
So we're a learning process for all of you.
Yeah, and for them and for us. And of course, our Swedish colleagues will be here to assist us and show what is best way to handle clients. Clients.
Not inmates.
Not inmates. In Sweden, they are clients. We are changing our ways from old Soviet times to new North Europe and Europe times.
There's a historical irony here. A prison system once used by an occupying Soviet Union to oppress its people is now generating income for an independent Estonia on Estonia's own terms. It's not going to transform the economy, but every euro helps the country now pouring money into defence to keep its old foe Russia at bay.
Anja Popp there reporting from Estonia. Well, the Ministry of Justice told us it is fixing the prison system by building 14,000 new places and looking at other options, including speeding up the deportation of foreign criminals.